Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is a lovely sunny day in Northern Ireland, so I decided to show you my car collection. I have 5 BMWs, 1 E38 and 4 E39s. Hopefully you can see them clearly. It's a lovely bright day, so I decided to show you my cars. I'm going to tell you quickly a little bit about every one of these. So I'm gonna start with my 740i. This is my most favorite of all cars, and this is the first BMW I ever bought. I love the shape, I love the design, I love the reliability of these cars, so I decided to buy this beautiful 740i. I have a video on my journey across the water to England when I bought this car a few years back, so I'm not going to go into this, but in today's video I'm just going to tell you where I am with the project, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the other cars as well. So the 740i is almost fully restored. I restored the paintwork about a few years back, so I'm happy enough with the paintwork. There are a few bits and pieces here and there, but 99% finish. I restored the wheels. It has M Sport parallel wheels, which they're not on the car at the moment. I have a different set of alloys at the moment because I want to do wheel tracking and I want to protect the paint on the other wheels, just because when they put the metal hooks on the rims one time they did scratch my wheels, so I didn't want to take a chance. This set of wheels has new tires, so it should be good for this job. But anyway, I don't want to divert from the main point of this video. So the 740i, the paintwork is more or less sorted. The engine is completely restored. All the panels and all the rust subframe completely refurbished. All the suspension parts, most components, more consumables, tensioners, pulleys, gaskets, seals, all that sort of stuff. This is all sorted on the engine. So the front axle is 100% done. New brakes, the shocks have been refurbished. If you've been following my channel, you've seen most of this work, so I'm not really going to go into great detail. The only thing I have left is the rear axle, and I need to sort out the subframe. I need to refurbish it, I need to sandblast it, just do basically more or less the same what I did on the front axle. And then the rear suspension, all the suspension arms, they haven't been touched, but they're in great shape, and the car has always passed MOT first time with no failures in my ownership anyway, so I'm sure it's going to pass. Maybe it's good for another year, and then I'm planning to build a good size garage, and then get a lift and do all this work. I want to enjoy it. I don't want to be doing it like what I've done on the front axle on axle stands. I want to have a proper lift. I want to enjoy this. I don't want to rush it. I want to do it properly, slowly, and whatever it takes. It takes. So yeah, I'm sure you've probably seen some of my videos, and I've touched on the subject that this car has active cruise control, which is an extremely rare option for 7 Series. This is the first car from BMW that ever received this option, so it's very, very cool thing to have. I've been told that only 11 of these were produced for the UK market. Whether this is true or not, I don't know, but I've only seen another one of these in mainland Europe. I yet to come across one of these in the UK. So yeah, it has the usual extras, and then something that I believe is an optional thing is the double glazed windows, the massage on the front seats. They're heated as well. So the phone, sat nav, all this stuff. This is pretty cool for a car that was manufactured in late 2000. Now, moving on, next car here beside me is BMW E39 535i. So this is the m62tu B35 engine. This is the M Sport, so it has 10 horsepower more than the standard version. So this is 245 horsepower. This car needs quite a lot of work. It has a serious misfire and some other bits and pieces that need sorted. Like for example, the heat system doesn't work. The lights, I think there is a problem with the lights module or a relay or something. I have to check. When you turn the ignition on, the lights are on all the time. And it's not right. The misfire is pretty bad. The car probably runs on 5-6 cylinders. You know, it runs really poor. I'm gonna have to do almost I have to check everything. Have to check spark plugs. I'm just gonna replace them as part of the maintenance, and then coils, I have to check them as well. Injectors, I might clean the injectors. I have a machine that I purchased, but I haven't even used it yet, so I might run all of these injectors that I have on these cars here. I'm going to run them through the injector cleaner, and then hopefully this will improve the fuel flow. The seat is broken. Yeah, the driver's seat is broken. There's just all sorts of small bits and pieces that need sorted. But again, this is not my main focus. My main focus is for this 748 to pass MOT, which is in a few days time, so I have left to do one more job before MOT. I have a light on the dash, and I believe it's the pre-charge pump, or the DSC traction control pump, as some people call it. I have replaced it once before, and I had the exact same problem. I'm going to do a more detailed video as to how to diagnose this, because it took me quite a while to find the exact problem, because it was giving me a rear right wheel fault. But anyway, I'm not going to go into detail about this issue. I might do like a case study video and show you in more detail how to diagnose the speed sensors and all this stuff, basically to get to the point where you know what is causing that light to show on the screen. So this is the main focus, to get it, put it through MOT, and then after this is going to be the Sterling Grey 530i Touring, which is my daily driver at the moment. So this will need complete maintenance done on the engine. I'm gonna do a full service, all the pulleys, tensioners, belts, all the fluids, filters, all that stuff. So you're gonna see all this on the channel at some point. So as I said, after my 740i, I'm gonna work on the 530i Touring, which is basically, if I arrange these cars by power, so this is 286, 245, 231, 231, and then 163. So the Grey Touring 530i is an automatic, and it's my daily driver, as I mentioned. So it's a very practical car. I have a family, and when you have a small baby, you could do with some extra space in the boot, which this car is great for that. The one beside it, it's a very big project. The car is badly rusted, but it's a really rare Imola red M Sport. This is a manual gearbox car, and this is going to be probably my next big project after I do all the maintenance on the Sterling Grey Touring. The car has some story. I rescued this car from a guy who was more or less, he was planning to destroy it. He welded the diff and decided to track the car. I'm lucky in a way that the cooling bottle, or the expansion tank, broke, and he couldn't really track the car. So the car then was recovered and brought back to his friend's garage, and it sat there for quite a long time. It's been sitting here for quite a while as well, but I just haven't got the time to start it and finish it. When I start it, I want to do it properly. I don't want to just do one bit and then just leave it for a long time. I want to start it, finish it properly. I like to finish my projects, and I don't want to start too many things at the same time, although I'd like to show you some different content. So we'll see what way this works for the channel. But this is going to be a massive project. As I said, the bodywork is completely in need of a full restoration, a full respray. The front bumper was broken, so I sourced another M Sport bumper, which is a genuine one. It's not one of these nasty cheap copies that people make. Anyway, so this car has some misfire as well, so I'm gonna service the engine. I'm gonna do all the maintenance that is needed because it's over 200,000 miles. So we're gonna replace valve cover gasket, we're gonna replace the actual valve cover if it's cracked. I have all the parts in stock, by the way. I have hundreds and hundreds of parts for these cars that they're sitting on my shelving. I have purchased them, but I just need time in order to start working on the cars. What else? The front suspension is done. The springs, as you can see, the car is sitting quite low. It is a low car anyway, but it's even lower on the front right corner. The spring is broken, and yeah, so I'm gonna need to completely replace the whole suspension. There is some play in the arms, so I'm gonna have to sort that out as well. The steering wheel has a funny play in it. This car has the old style M Sport steering wheel, and there was a recall on these cars. The airbags needed replaced because they can, if you're in a crash and the airbag deploys, you can end up with pieces of metal in your face, and there are some cases where people have died from this, so it's no joke. Before I start driving this car, I'm gonna have to obviously replace the airbag, and I might have to put on a recovery truck, bring it to BMW, because obviously I can't drive it on the road like that. So yeah, a lot of work. I have the diff. As I said, this is a welded diff, and it's really awkward to even move about here. It's just not a nice thing. It just feels like you're gonna break something else if you drive it like that. So I have sourced proper 2.39 ratio. I believe that's the ratio for the M Sport manual with the manual gearbox 530i. I have got the slam pan as well. There is a little damage when the bumper was broken, and they damaged the fan as well. So I'm gonna just replace the whole slam panel. I have sourced one from another 530i M Sport, so I'm just gonna replace it. I'm not gonna mess around with this, and then gonna refurbish it if there's any rust on the nuts and all the screw retainers and stuff like that. And then finally, the last car, I have least amount of passion about this car. This car, it's parts car, so I've used some of the parts for these cars already. So this is a 525D E39. It's a diesel 6-cylinder engine. Nothing exciting about this car. It doesn't even have leather interior, and it has nearly 276,000 miles. There's an awful rattle from the rear axle. It's really not worth salvaging and refurbishing this car, so I'm just going to use what I can, and then the rest will be sold, parted, and probably scrap whatever else I can't use. Some of the body panels are in much better shape than the Imola red E39, so I might use some of these panels and then respray them when I'm doing the full respray. But as I said, I'm not really passionate about this car. I bought it very cheap, and my intention at the time when I bought the car was to use it for parts, and that's what I've done so far. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy my car collection. Let me move so you can take a look at the cars a little bit better. So hopefully you've enjoyed this, and if you do enjoy it, please hit the thumbs up. It really helps small channels like mine. I don't really do it for money, to be honest with you. I do it because I have passion. I love these cars, and it just will help to promote my content and show the YouTube algorithm that obviously people enjoy this content. So the more people like them, you know, the more content I'll make. And also drop me a message or anything at all. I love to engage with my subscribers, and we all have the same passion for these modern classic BMWs. So if you do want to ask anything at all, don't be afraid. If you if you enjoy the content, or if you enjoy something specific, let me know. And yeah, I don't want to go on and on and on. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you very soon.